Hello Zimbokulcha fans, welcome back to our kitchen, and thank you so much for the support, for the comments. I'm seeing them, and some of them I'm able to respond. And to the new subscribers, thank you so much for joining our kitchen. I hope you enjoy our recipes, and we hope that we'll also learn from you. And shout out to all the loyal followers. We are now at 300 subscribers. Thank you so much. So today we are going to prepare pumpkin leaves again. Remember, I posted a video of pumpkin leaves at some point, but today we are going to do the pumpkin leaves with peanut butter. So we have our pumpkin leaves, we have our salt, we have our peanut butter, which is salted. We always use the salted peanut butter in Zimbabwe. And then we have our bicarbonate of soda, the cooking oil, as well as the tomato and onion, and the water. So for starters, I'm going to boil a little bit of water to kickstart the process. Yeah, the pan was already hot, so I'm gonna put, this is what, I think 250 mils or even 300 mils, I think. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, or just half a teaspoon. And then following the same process that I showed you, I'm gonna add the tomatoes and the onion. And then immediately, because they have to cook at the same time, I have to add the pumpkin leaves. So I'd already prepped the leaves outside this video, because I've already done a video on how to prepare the leaves and cut them in preparation for cooking. So I have a little bit left over. Maybe I'll add them at some point, but for now we're just going to cook the leaves. We let this sit until it starts cooking. At this point, I'm not going to add the cooking oil yet, because sometimes you may even have added a lot of too much water, so I'll be able to drain it out. So for now, I'll let this cook and then add the other leaves as well as the peanut butter. So I'll show you the whole process. Pardon me, I have to use my hands at some point. Obviously, I would have washed my hands before starting to cook. Yeah, so I just want to, I don't want to mess my stove. And I'm trying to mix everything and make sure that all the leaves cook evenly. So as you can see, the leaves have started cooking. Remember from my previous video, the bicarbonate of soda will help the leaves to stay green, but also break it down. So it seems like my water is too little. It's not enough. but let's see how it goes, because I also don't want it to be too watery. So if you have mastered the art of cooking the pumpkin leaves, you will be able to then just add the peanut butter. So that's basically it. But let me show you the whole process. The taste is different, and this dish you can actually enjoy it with pap without even adding meat. Talk of the January disease especially. So like I said before in my previous video, this vegetable, you'll find it in most gardens during this time of the year. I think if you are an early bird, from November, December up to March, you'll still enjoy your pumpkin leaves. Yeah, so the water is okay. This doesn't even take long to cook, especially if the leaves are still tender. And as you can see, the tomatoes and the onions are also cooked. Don't mind the big chunks after cutting. I can now safely add my cooking oil. Because I've seen that the water is not too much. This I'm not sure if you can eat this with rice, the peanut butter version, but definitely you'll use pap, whether the white one, the mabele one, the zhio one, the sorghum one, and so on. This is looking good. This chunk is too big. Yeah. And I have to add my salt. I don't like a lot of salt, so that should be enough for now. This is looking very good. This is very healthy, like to boost your immune system, this is very healthy, a healthy vegetable. But I'm not sure if you can do dried Muboora. Let me know in the comment section whether you can preserve this for future. I always cook this as a fresh vegetable. I'm not sure if you can dry it for future use. So the idea behind putting all the ingredients at once is because the pumpkin leaves are not difficult to cook, so they get cooked so easily. So you have to put the tomatoes and the onions at the same time with the leaves, so that everything it brings everything together at once. Okay. Let me just taste whether everything is Yo, this is good. So this is time now for me, because the vegetable is cooked. or let me just leave it for like 2 minutes or so that it's well cooked. As you can see, those big chunks have already been broken down by the bicarbonate of soda. And like I said, there's those who, in my previous video, there are those who actually use ash, after drying. You can use that ash to play the same role as bicarbonate of soda if you don't have access to it, right? So this is cooked now. It's time for me to add the peanut butter. Just look at this, look at this, look at this. How so satisfying. Look at the peanut butter. So in Zim, we don't use the peanut butter with sugar. It always has that salty taste. So it's easier for us to add peanut butter to salty dishes like this. So this is like 1 tablespoon that I've added. Let me see how it goes before adding more. So it depends on what you prefer. If you want more peanut butter, then you can add at this point after stirring everything together. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm not sure if this is a little bit okay. It's like 3/4 tablespoon full. So really much depends on the amount of pumpkin leaves that you have. I'm going to stir everything together. And the secret is that the peanut butter has to cook. So I can see that my pan is burning at the bottom, so I have to add a little bit of water. I was saying the idea is the peanut butter is supposed to cook properly. And you are not supposed to serve it raw. So you have to make sure that it simmers on the stove for a while before you plate it. A little bit of water to bring everything together. Oh, this is divine. Okay, so this is our peanut butter pumpkin leaves, and it's done. Let me just switch off because our dish is done. And I'm going to plate it now. Look at that. So like I said, you actually serve this with pap or sadza, ugali, ntima, whatever you call it, in your own hometown. So this is actually a lot, because this peanut butter is so rich and creamy. I know in South Africa they use cream instead of peanut butter, but the effect or the end product is almost the same. But for us, we like that peanut butter taste. So this is the final product, And thanks for watching. I hope you join us in the next one. And this is how we make peanut butter pumpkin leaves the Zimbabwean way. Let me know what you think. Let me know your comments. If you have tried it, how you do it in your own country. Thanks so much. Bye.